most entrepreneurs or business owners, I'm calling them business owners, aren't willing to sacrifice like their pay and their comfortability to kind of get to that point of growth.
I don't think it's a greed thing. I just think it's more so being comfortable.
It's expensive to run a business, but you get freedom. It's cheaper to work for somebody, but you sacrifice your freedom.
A lot of times you can't afford for people to leave, but you can't make people stay in awful working conditions.
Were you fired or were you laid off? What's the difference?
I was fired. I was not laid off. I was that same company in the same school that I was fired from. I actually did their monitoring last week.
Wow. Nearly 600,000 businesses close a year. And I bet you 90% of them open it based off emotional shit. How much money you bring in every month? Welcome to the other side of motivation. All right, everybody. Welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Juming Delmas. And listen, man. We got an entrepreneur here. We got a true 100% entrepreneur, Janna Johnson. She is one of my actual clients. This episode is real authentic. I think you're going to really like this. And shit, it makes me think about opening up a daycare. Shit, as much money she bring in. Listen, this is really about real authentic conversations about the true struggles, really, what it means, about being an entrepreneur. She talked about her survival as a business, even after COVID. I mean, that's just crazy. I think you guys are really going to enjoy this. Stay tuned. We'll see you guys on the show. All right. What up,
Good
Jay?
morning. Hello. Good morning.
It's afternoon.
It's morning.
It's afternoon, Jay.
Okay.
Yeah.
My watch says 10:07, but okay.
What time zone are you in?
The same time zone you're in.
Oh.
What's in that cup?
Water. I need to go get my gin. I need to go get my bourbon is what I need to go get. My bourbon and my cigar.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere. Sweet tea at 10 o'clock in the morning, right?
Oh, you don't drink bourbon. So listen, the sweet tea and bourbon, they the same color. So nobody can really tell the difference.
They go together. Gotcha.
They do go together. How you doing?
I'm good. I cannot complain at all.
Listen, I'm glad to have you back on the show. You was on my show like 2 years ago.
It was about 2. Really, was it 2 or was it a year? I think it was a year.
It was about a year ago. Year and a half ago?
Year and a half ago. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was back in like June of last year.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, June of last year. We
come
up on. Mm-hmm. Yeah, last time we talked, you was talking about how you rich and stuff. You still rich?
I'm that's my goal, to be rich.
How much money you bring in every month?
Enough.
How much money you bring in every month?
Enough.
What's enough? I need figures. I need what you bring in annually. What's your business bring in annually?
The business annually.
Yeah. No, what did you bring in every month annually as the business for the daycare?
At the least when we're at full capacity, about 80,000, 80 to 85,000.
$80,000 a month.
Mm-hmm. When we're at full capacity, yeah.
So damn. So what about like on average? When you like average that out, what is that? If you average like on average, what would you say you bring in a month?
On an average.
Let me see. I gotta do math on this.
On an average.
Jesus.
Okay, at the least 65. At the lower end, 60.
65. Okay,
at
so
the lower end, 60, and
right,
at the higher end, about 85.
Okay, so 85, 60. So let's just say that sounds like about 75, 70 on average for the year.
Yeah.
Say about 75, 70. And that's a month, right?
Mm-hmm.
God damn.
But the overhead is
that's basically like, yeah, I know that's like $1 million business. Where do most of your expenses go to?
Payroll.
Who?
Payroll.
Most of your expenses go to payroll.
You said what majority of my expenses is payroll is always the highest.
It's
I
always the
have
highest. Like what
I,
percentage? What
I have
percentage would you say payroll goes
I
in?
have to pay my teachers. At least 75%. It's bad. I
God.
have 22 teachers right now. At one point, I was at like 26. So, and when we're at full capacity, it's about 20, over 25 teachers. Well, that's including, well, just the staff, office staff, as well, directors. So, not everybody work in a classroom. But yeah,
Would you
so
compare?
payroll.
Would you consider me part of your staff?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I
I'm
mean,
in there.
you keep us visual on the internet.
Dang, that's crazy, man.
You keep
Listen,
us popular.
yeah, I try
Yeah,
to. I try to do my thing.
you do a great
Listen, so
job.
I feel like you guys like. Let me ask you this here: when you came into business, when you became an entrepreneur, because I consider
Mm-hmm.
you as what I call an official entrepreneur, right?
Okay.
Like when you thought about delegation and team, when like at what point in the business where you were like, you know what, damn this, I need a team. Like how many
Uh,
years was you in?
Probably year. Okay, first 2 years I was at home, so I did not really know about taxes and staff and workers comp and all that. So once I moved to my smaller facility, I had about 3 people with me. So I went from 3 people now to 20 something. So
So wait. So when did you hire the three people? Was it
when I
year one,
moved, when I
year
moved, no,
two,
year three, I
year
hired
three? So you was doing it by
two other
yourself for
teachers.
about 3 years?
Well, my sister was there, but she did a lot of the behind the scenes administration, paperwork part that was not, my expertise.
Yeah.
So I was the educator, I was a teacher, so that was my thing. So when I
But
moved from home, I needed more. Of course we grew. So I couldn't do everything. So I could not be in all the classrooms. So I needed more teachers. So,
so
mhm.
you kind of accidentally stumbled into delegation. You didn't really plan for that shit.
I mean, you have to when you're wanting to grow, you know, I,
I mean, what do you say to business owners out there who've been doing it by themselves for like 10 years?
whew, bless your heart. Um, but no, I do. I have a one of my mentees who used to work for me actually when she started her school about okay, I'm going on year 15, so she started her school about 10 years ago, but
Hmm.
she's still in the classroom. And I said, how are you in the classroom and you're the director at the same time? And she said, I can't afford to come out the classroom.
I hate that word. Like people, like what does that mean? Because I feel like there's
I think
there's there's
I think
owners
people
out
are
there saying,
scared too. I could say I said the same thing because I was scared to come out of the classroom because I'm like, wait, if I put somebody in the classroom, that means I'm coming out, but I have to pay. That's somebody else I have to pay instead of me just doing it.
that's
But
selfish though. I feel
I
like
don't think it's selfish, but you just don't know.
how you don't know? How you don't know to get more people in the classroom? How you gonna grow a business if you don't
It's
got more people? How you don't know that? I don't
okay.
understand
I'll
that.
say more so is to for me. It was just being scared to delegate because this is your business, this is your
I feel like
baby,
I feel like that happened a
and
lot in black communities.
it's like I work hard for this, and I don't want anybody to come in and mess it up. So you're
And
like, nope, I'm gonna do
no,
this, I'm gonna do that, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna do that, and I did it for a long time.
but I think that what it is also is people just I'm gonna be 100. I think that people just come in there thinking like I think it's a greed thing too. Like they don't like I feel like most entrepreneurs or business owners, I'm calling business owners, aren't willing to sacrifice like their pay and their comfortability to kind of get to that point of
I don't
growth.
think it's a greed thing. I just think it's more so being comfortable
Comfortable with what?
comfortable in knowing that I can pay myself, but I might not be able to pay someone else coming in. But it depends on where your business is. Like I know
Let's just stick to
I
childcare.
need I need 20 something teachers at this moment, so I can't be greedy and not
Right.
have 20 something staff when I have 80 plus kids.
Man,
So
man, when you think about like when I say greedy, what I mean is like I think like people are entrepreneurs
hmm
and like I don't think that most people understand what it really means to be an entrepreneur in the mindset of like you're running, and most people open a business to try to quote unquote get rich, and like
I guess.
and like or like it's because when you think business ownership, a lot of people like it's like our it's like your get rich quick scheme to being a business owner, right? So when people get pissed off about some shit, what they'll do is they'll be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go run my own business. That's what they do when they get
They
upset
do.
about something, and it's because the idea. So, and then when they run their own business, I don't think they go in with the mindset that it's more expensive to run a business. It's expensive to run a business, but you get freedom. It's cheaper to work for
Right.
somebody, but you sacrifice your freedom.
I agree.
And so I feel like when people come into business ownership, I feel like let's just stick with daycares.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way you can grow a daycare without a team, right? We know that because there's like regulations to that. Like it has to
Right.
be like what for every
Right.
5 kids, it has to
You
be
have
a
to be a
staff member.
ratio. Uh-huh. Right. So you
So
have no choice but to grow a team. Absolutely.
so I feel like daycare businesses forces you to get a team. But then
Yeah.
there's businesses out there who run a daycare who are like stuck with their growth, like because one, it could be their location, like their location can only take a certain number of kids, so now they're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
And then like what you just talked about, some people are directors and in the classroom, so they're stuck. They're not like
Mm-hmm.
getting out of this area. How do you how do you tell someone how what would you do in a situation if you were stuck in a building with limited capacity kids that you can have in that building? You were working and director of this building, but you need to grow that business. How would you come out of that situation?
So you're going to have to one, you're gonna have to make a sacrifice. Either you're going to come out of the classroom and also find other ways to bring in more income to your business.
What that mean?
Meaning, if you have to raise your rates, if you have to add some type of extracurricular activity to your program, if you have to add additional fees, um, you might have to find another location. If you go,
Daycares
you're
are
stuck in
already
one place.
expensive though.
Well, again, did you
Shit.
hear my overhead?
Yeah, I heard your overhead. That's
It's
crazy.
really nothing we can do.
You running basically $1 million business.
It's nothing we can do because these teachers are still working for little to nothing.
Wow.
And I don't think people really think about that. They working literally minimum wage, a little bit more than that, depending on your area. Um, and still sometimes that $1,000 you paying a month might not even be enough for that business to that childcare center to sustain. And believe me, I've been blessed and I'm good, but I do know some facilities that are I can't afford to do this anymore. And the
Mm,
owners are like, I can't afford to do this anymore because I'm not paying myself. So
mm,
they're either not there at all and working full time somewhere and trusting that people can run their business for them, and it might not work that way. I like knowing that I 15 years, almost 15 years later, I have people that I
look at
can
my
trust,
dog.
so where I don't have to be there, and I
Look
can
at
do
my dog.
other, focus on other things that I like to do. Travel for work. With contracted business and my own business. So people have to get to that point where they have to trust the process.
I'm gonna just say black business owners do that a lot. I ain't gonna even hold
I
you.
don't think it's just black business owners. I don't think it's just black business
I
owners.
don't think it's just them, but I think we do it a lot. If we put a ratio to it, I mean, when you look at a ratio, like I feel like white people know what to do. I'm
Not,
just being a hundred.
not. I
Not
mean,
all the time, but like if you put a ratio, like I feel like there will be more. I feel like we have a problem in our community where when we run a business, we run it like our personal lives.
so
And
okay,
I think it's because we weren't taught that. And
right?
most of the time, I also think that because most of our black business owners are first gen business owners. So I feel like most time white people, when
Makes
they come into
sense.
business ownership, they already had like their grandpa or their dad or their mom or somebody who ran the business. So they kind of
Generations
saw it.
before them. I
Right. So
can
they
see
already
that.
kind of saw that. So black people didn't have that And oftentimes when they opened a business, it was ran off of emotions, some shit that they was just tired of. And I just got to come in here and do it my damn self. I just run my own business because I hear it all the time. And it's
But
just
you'll
like
be
you could
surprised in
tell.
childcare how many black owned childcare centers are passed down from my grandmother did it, so I'm doing it now.
Right.
My mom did, or the family is running the business. It's in Tallahassee as well. You see, most of the black child care centers are they have been here or they've been passed
Pass
down
down.
or cousin family, but
But they're still here.
they're right.
Right.
They're still those are
So
the
when
ones
you
that are still here.
Right,
I get what you're
but they're
saying.
still but they're
Okay,
still
okay,
here. They're still here because it was generational passed down. So they've already witnessed it. We're not saying that it doesn't happen. We're just saying it's a
yeah,
rare occasion. We're
yeah.
just saying it doesn't happen often. And like I feel like first generation business owners make a lot of mistakes. And one of the biggest mistakes they make is delegation. They think they can do everything on their own, and it's just not. It's just not possible in the business sense. You
But
run
if
a
you don't,
million
if
dollar
you don't know
business,
any better, you don't know any better. Or
right?
if you don't have a mentor or someone that assisting you along the way. I had no one assisting me along the way. I just went off of trial and
Trial
error.
and error, yeah. And you are one of the few that come through. Like there's over 70,000 child cares that's closing. They're projecting that over 70,000
I
child cares
believe
are going
it.
to be closing within the next coming years, just in the United States. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? And like again, I think that not even just in childcare, I just think in business, it's just business sense alone. Like
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
I feel like if someone's business is closing, it's because they didn't get the ropes of doing it. And I'm not gonna even hold you. Like I wasn't raised up on a family where no one ran a business in my family. Like no one ran a business. I don't know any of my family members who there everybody worked for somebody. So
Right.
I'm the statistic behind that. Like I
Me
have
too.
a greater chance of my business closing. But then so you went through the same thing, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So then the question is, you are coming up on now 15 years. Like, like the mindset, right? Like
Mhm.
it didn't start with the business. You already had a certain mindset prior to the business. What was that mindset?
Prior to working, my mindset prior to the business. I never
Jesus,
thought
Lord have
about.
mercy on us.
I never thought about owning a business. I never thought about it.
And,
That
and I think
that was.
that and I think that right there is the primary reason right there. Because you didn't come in like on an emotional like
No.
high. Like
Mm-mm.
I think oftentimes when people come in ownership, they come in off of an emotional high, like they're just fed up with something. And so
Mm.
they make an emotional decision. I'm gonna just run my own business. I just want to do this because I want to do that.
Well, I got
You
fired from my job, so I was like, well, let's
mm.
let's start this
We
at
did
home.
say that on the last show. You did get fired, and you didn't go into the details to why you got fired.
I
So
don't
when
know
you got
why.
you just got fired.
Yeah,
Were you fired or were you laid off? What's the difference?
I was I was fired. I was not laid off.
Damn.
I was I was a great teacher. But you
And
know
they
what's funny? Listen, you know what's funny about that? That same company, the same school that I was fired from, I
Mhm.
actually did their monitoring last week.
Wow.
So it's kind of like, look
Whoa.
at me now.
Oh, nah.
So I'm like, look
That's
at me now, right? But
crazy.
no, it was I don't,
That's crazy.
I wasn't angry or anything about it. It was like, but honestly I felt if, those situations, if I wasn't fired, I think I would have been complacent and stuck or, just I'm getting a cool paycheck. I'm good. So I don't
Hmm.
I think if I wasn't fired, I would not have, took that leap of faith and started. I would have like I'm here, I'm good. But
You know, I think that you came in with a different, with a different mindset though.
mhm.
Like again, well, and I could be wrong. Did you just come in like when you got fired? Did that not raise an emotional kind of thing for you? And you was like, I'm gonna just go ahead and just run my own business. You didn't do that.
So I was kind of in the process of um starting but not starting. So because that particular school closes in the summer. So I was like, well, since I'm off this summer, I can kind of start a little summer, school thing with the kids that need somewhere to go for the summer. But I can, if it doesn't work out, I can always come back here when school opens. So that was already my plan in my head. Like, if it doesn't work, I can always come back when school opens in August. But literally the last day of school, I got fired. So I was like,
I'm sorry. I don't mean to lie.
well.
I don't mean to lie. My last job, I quit because they tried me. They tried me for real though. They really tried me. And so, I mean, they fired me because, well, I ain't fired. Sorry, I ain't fired. I quit because I was like, hey, I need to cut back on my hours because I'm going back to school. My boss told me, she said, well, we can't let you cut back on your hours to go to school. You either have to pick your school, you have to pick your school, you got to, pick your job. You just have to make that choice.
Mm-hmm.
I said, I bet. And then she was like, if you need some time to think about it, just get back to me on the weekend. Just let me know. Because it was a Friday. She said, just get back to me over the weekend. Let me know what you want to do.
Okay.
And she said, we could talk about it on Monday. I'm like, nah, I already made my decision. I say, if you're making me pick between my education and my job, then I'm gonna just quit. She said, are you sure you don't want to think about it? I said, I'm positive. I'm 100% positive. I think that, if, and then that wasn't to say like, I'm just picking me. You know what I mean? And see, the thing is, most people wouldn't be in that situation. See, I already know how to manage finance and shit. So for me, it didn't bother me. Right. So I knew that I know for me, I turn into form. I know what I need to do to get to where I need to get to because I ain't about to sit here and play. So when she was like, you sure you don't want to think about it? I said, yeah, putting up my 2-week notice as we speak right now.
Okay.
And she was like, okay, all right, we can do that. And it was the best decision I made.
I mean, I cannot sit and say I'm mad about getting fired. I started my business. I went back to school and got my master's degree in the process of starting. So I was starting a business and in school at the same time. Stressful.
But see, the thing that we share here is we didn't start a business because we was like, we sick and tired of this shit.
But no.
Yeah, we didn't start that business like that. I ain't start mine like that. You started your business because you was like, hey, I still have to survive. Let me see what else I could do because this is what I love to do. This was this was an opportunity that opened for you. For me, it wasn't, I'm sick of this. Yeah, this was like, hey, I'm choosing me. Like, if you're making me choose, I'm going to choose me because I still would have worked for the company had they not. Because I was like, I need to find something that allows me autonomy. And the only thing that's probably going to allow me autonomy is me working for myself. But I ain't going to lie, I ain't know it's going to be this hard. You know what I'm saying? So, did you know that nearly 600,000 businesses close a year just in the United States? I'm about to give you some statistics real quick.
Why?
There's some crazy. Yeah, nearly 600,000 businesses close a year. And I bet you 90% of them open it based off emotional shit. Here's it. The first year failure rate, 20 to 25% of businesses close. 5 years after being in business, 50% of them close.
Wow.
10 years in being in business, 65% of them close. You want to know one of the common reasons why businesses are closing?
Why?
Lack of profitability, high operational costs, and the third one, personal reasons. Oftentimes, they open it for a personal reason anyways. It's because they had some type of personal attachment. They were sick of this shit is what they call it. and so therefore they open a business. You know what I'm saying?
I get it.
And so, but that is also the primary reason why their business will close. When you think about the top 3 reasons, lack of profitability. One, that tells you right there, they already probably had problems managing money. So you can't run a business if you already have problems managing money. 2, high operational costs. They were spending more probably than the business could afford. Right. So they were probably overheading their spend versus being smart about it. But see and then personal reasons, right? So when you look at lack of profitability, high operational costs, personal reasons, this sounds like a motherfucking employee who can't manage their bills. And shouldn't have opened a business. These are the top reasons why businesses close: lack of profitability, lack of
Mm,
operation. I mean, the high operational cost. Because that's what people do, especially in the
yeah.
Black community. They get
Yeah.
these cars, they get things they can't afford, and just overhype this, and knowing they can't afford. But you know what they do? They spend it on things that don't even grow the business. They just
Right.
spend it on
Right.
things that look good or
Right.
that sound good.
Right.
And then the highest, like when you think about like daycares alone though, like they said like one of the top reasons why daycares close is oftentimes like burnout from their employees. That's like the number one. It's like burnout.
I can get. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then the next one is like rent and insurance.
Mm-hmm.
Those are like other major factors
Yeah.
to why they, because one, you know, y'all under regulation, so you have to
Yeah.
have X amount of teachers per
Yeah.
student. So if teachers are already being paid low, on top of that, you're burning them out because they are,
Right.
you know, so it's kind of like this, it's like this perfect storm. But
Yeah.
you managed to manage that for like almost 15 years. And listen, we lost, I told my team, they were like, we lost 3 clients in the month of
Mm-hmm.
December. And 2 of them we got rid of. And my team was like, you know, we straight. I said, we're gonna keep moving.
Yeah. You got to.
Like
You
we
have to.
and I had a whole live podcast on that. I'm like, we gonna like it. Like, here's the deal, man. Like, I don't know how we gonna do it, but we gonna do it. It's like you built your own little family, and you
Yeah.
like the support of the family. And you like, hey, look, man, like
It's
we
gonna
still got
work.
to figure it out. Cause like I think like I have like this dog in me where like it's like failing is not an option. I ain't doing that. Like I ain't about to quit.
Yeah.
We ain't about to give up on. Like we gonna figure this out. If we got to go through a drought together, if we all got to do what we got to do to make this work together, we gonna work
Yeah.
together. You hear
Make it
me?
work.
For real. And I think that like that's what entrepreneurship is to me, because like oftentimes, like come on, we just sat there and told you over 600,000 businesses close annually, and
That's a lot.
that's because most people don't know what it really takes to run a business,
Right.
and they
Listen,
don't know it's the ups and downs.
I've been there a couple times where I'm like, you know what? I don't want to do this no more. Because when them droughts hit, you like,
Yeah, you like fuck this.
I don't want to do this anymore. I don't want to, you have that group of staff that just don't work for you. You're like, okay, I'm tired of them. I'm
Yeah.
tired of having to figure stuff out all the time. And I got to that point plenty. Listen, I was all the way in Orlando applying for jobs, doing job interviews.
Oh,
I
hell.
was over it. Like I was over it. And I'm like,
Yeah.
this
It's
too
a
much.
lot. It is a lot. But
This
then
is too much.
something happened where you like something happened where you didn't you started applying less. And then you
Right.
stopped applying. And then you kept persevering and moving forward.
And oh, is what they say. We have plans for ourselves, but God have another plan for you. And I'm like, I have my own plan, and this wasn't it. I'm like, okay, God, so what we doing? Because I'm like, I'm tired of these people. I'm tired of me not getting paid.
And that happens too. That
The
right.
toilet broke, the light broke. I ain't got it. I'm about to go work for somebody to give me a check. I'm like, I don't have to worry about it.
Right.
It's so much easier. But when you think about it, it's so much easier.
Easier, it is.
To go clock into somebody's job.
Yeah.
And not have to worry about overhead, payroll, DCF, this person and that person. It's like,
like when you think about it, even working at a regular job, shit, you really only dealing with 2 people, your supervisor and your manager. Damn, shit. I mean, that's all it takes. Well, hell, I'm here. I'm here. Like sometimes you be here for it.
Yeah,
I'm here for it.
I was at that breaking point plenty of times. I was like in my car crying, like I don't want to do this anymore. I'm over it. And it's weird, but all of that was pre-COVID. That was pre-COVID. All of that when I wanted to leave was pre-COVID, and we were at our max. We were packed out, but I was still not like, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do it. I don't know. I was just not. I was not. And COVID came around. as bad as it was, I got a chance to stop moving because we closed for a
Mm.
month and a half. I think me and my staff needed that. Unfortunately,
Mm.
despite everything that
That was a good
happened,
like breaking point for y'all. That
we
was a good break.
needed a mental, physical, emotional stopping point. And I think it came at the right time because I think before that I was literally, okay, who about to buy this business because I'm done. And so when that came, and no, seriously, I was stressed. I was having anxiety attacks. I was sick, not sick, but like physically just broke down. And then when I got that break, that month and a half, I feel like my body was just like a relief. It's just a
Mm.
relief because you couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't go nowhere. You couldn't do nothing.
That's
So
crazy.
I didn't have to worry about staff. I didn't have to worry about people. I didn't have to worry about this. I didn't have to worry about that. But my staff never missed a paycheck during that time. I never missed a paycheck during that time. The bill still got paid during that time, even though we were closed for a month and a half.
That's
But I was
crazy.
not stressed during that time. And it was funny because my staff started texting me, when are we going back to work? I'm
I
tired of
know
being
that's
at
right.
home. I want to go back to work. And and at that time when a lot of schools were losing staff, people were like, I'm not going back to work. All of my staff came back. Every single one of my staff came back. Now the kids, of course, were still kind of, we opened back up with maybe 20 kids. None of my staff left. Everybody came back and was so happy to come back. So that was
But that speaks volume about the culture of the company too.
yeah, it was a much
Like,
needed
like
reset. It was a much
everybody,
needed reset.
most people just like I ain't coming back. Oh, they find a reason why they can't come back, and if
Yeah,
they making reasons why they ain't trying to come to work, then there must be something broken in the system.
yeah.
You got
No,
motherfuckers
my
in here
staff was
trying to
like,
come back to work. It's like,
when we
God
come back
damn,
to work, I'm ready to come back to work. What's going on?
that's crazy.
We ready to come back. But it was a much needed reset mentally, especially for me too, because I was done. I was
Yeah.
applying. I'm
If
getting
you
up out of
if you
here.
s- if you sold the business today, what would you sell your business for?
Um, that's a good question.
I mean, your business is bringing in about 75K a month.
It is too.
So what
It
I mean, what
is.
would you sell it for? If you I mean, you
So
got to at least sell it for like a couple million, 4, 5 million.
I'll be selling, but the only thing that doesn't come with that is the building because that's not my building.
Well, you about to get a new
So
build.
so the
You
only
about to buy
thing
a new building though.
I can sell is like the everything inside of it. And I can't even say I'm selling you the kids because people might not stay with that new owner. So,
Yeah.
you know, that's
No,
a
I don't. You got to
that's
tell me
a
what you'll
well
sell it for. If somebody came up and like, look, we want to buy your daycare right now as is.
with the with the with the revenue we bring in annually, I wouldn't sell it for anything less than half a million.
Half a million.
Because if
You can
we're
sell it
bringing
for
in
more than that.
800,
You can
800,
sell it for more than that. What are you talking about?
only because it's not my building.
It don't matter.
Because they can buy the inside, everything that I have
I mean,
inside.
yeah, they'll come in and take
And
over
then
all. They come in and take over all your stuff. They come
and
in and
what if
take
the
over the
owner's like,
rent.
no, we don't want you here, so you gotta go. So they now
Man,
have
look,
a business with no
man, look,
building. So
look.
that's not my building to sell.
But it don't matter because a lot of people sell their businesses without owning the building. I mean, they buy it with the rent and everything else. Like the biggest question is, what is the business bringing in annually? What is bringing in monthly, and will they be able to grow it? Because I mean, like,
Yeah,
I feel like you probably be able to sell it for like 4, 5 million, easy,
in
even without the
Tallahassee,
building. Yeah,
in
man.
Tallahassee,
Yeah, and you on the south side, you over there in the hood. How you make the
right?
hood look like it's the suburbs? How you make the hood look like it's a suburb daycare area?
Exactly, you're supposed to. It's
That's
not about
hard.
where you are; it's how you make
Cause
it.
most people really big on like location
Location, they
and
are.
like your location. You in them trenches, but I mean you like a
They love it.
hot. They love
They
it,
love it in the
but
trenches.
and listen, that's where I was from. Shit, I'm from the trenches, but like those sometimes be the best one.
They are.
That's where you gonna get real homies from. Like,
We at the church, so it helps. It helps
yeah,
a
the church.
lot.
So the church help out a little bit being at the church building. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord.
So that helps. But you know what? I I have always said that I've never had an issue with my location ever. I've never had an issue with it. Because we are, technically on the south side, why
Mm-hmm.
can't you have nice stuff on the south? What nice things on the south side just because of the location?
Yeah.
If we kept it trashy and
Mm-hmm.
looking any kind of way, you get what you get what you look like. But
Mm-hmm.
we
People
offer,
love it.
they love it, So
I ain't gonna I
I've
ain't
had
gonna
an
even hold you.
issue.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I'm gonna be 100 with you. When I first came, and I was like, listen,
See,
when somebody referred me over there, I was like, where's she located? She on the south
that's
side. The south side?
that's
Nah,
so
I can't do
sad.
that.
That's so sad.
I ain't gonna even hold you. I mean,
That's
I
so
was
sad.
like that, and I was being honest. At least I'm honest with you. I was like the south side. I'm like, oh, we ain't gonna probably keep her as no client.
But you know what?
She over here
I
struggling.
honestly, if I did not have a school, I would do the same thing if I was looking for somewhere for my child. Like, they
Yeah,
weird.
you gonna be
So I
skeptical a little
get
bit.
it. I get
Yeah.
it. I get
I
it. But we've always grown before social media got hot. Word of mouth. Word of mouth was our
yeah.
that was our thing. Our parents
Mm-hmm.
telling parents, the family telling other people or
Mm-hmm.
whatever, you need to go here, great school, da da da. So in the beginning, word of mouth was because I didn't know nothing about social media and posting.
You
You saw
still don't know
my
nothing about social media
you
and
saw
posting.
my my website.
Yeah. Ooh. Damn. Boy. Hey, listen. We should have kept images of that website.
No, no, that was
Mm.
free, and it was nice for someone to do that for me for free. But I just
Everything
didn't
free and
because
good.
I
Nah,
didn't
that
keep
ain't
it
cool.
up. I didn't know anything about it, so
You
I
could
didn't.
tell. You could
Social
tell.
media too. I just wasn't. That's not my thing. It's still not my
But
thing.
but we
That's why
live in
for
a
you.
digital world now. So I
I
mean,
know.
you coming in now where you have like millennials having kids and Gen Zs are having kids. So
Yeah.
you have to talk to that audience because
I
that's
didn't
who's
even know how
coming
to
in
turn on
now.
an iPad. I didn't even know how to turn on an iPad. I was talking about this morning. So
You showed it and you held us up for like 40 minutes waiting on you to turn on the iPad and get connected to the digital studio. When
I'm
you had the link 3 days before. We're telling you, that's what I be
You
telling you
know,
about.
I kept getting it, and I had no idea what it was. Right? And I'm like, why I keep getting this random text message about what is this?
How do you look at where children are going now,
Mm.
today, in our generation? And like what do you think that childcare should be doing to help push a better future for our children? Because right now, we know that there's studies showing that children are spending more time on the screen than they are spending time in the books. Um, we're gonna be looking at a completely different world in the next 15 to 20 years. Um, Kids are scoring lower now than they have in the past. Test scores specifically at math. Like, how do you think math? How do you think daycares
Mm.
or child cares are helping or could be a benefit to the growth of our future?
Um, I think that, and I could be wrong. I think we're so busy trying to keep up with what the next generation is doing or going to be doing that we're getting away from the basics.
What basic?
We're getting away from the basic ABC 1, 2, 3 shape, number, and colors, and just
You say we gotta
popping.
do shapes and colors.
We're getting away from the basics of just basic teaching. It's childcare. It's not rocket science. It's not rocket science. Am I missing something? Maybe I'm old school, but just go back to the basics of learning through play in teaching. That's, to me, that's it. I don't think you need anything extra
But
in
how do you get them?
childcare.
How do you get them off the iPads and get them more into?
We don't
Because like
have
I'm not gonna
iPads
lie,
in school. We don't have iPads.
when kids be having iPads all the time.
But now what happens when they go home is different.
Right.
And that's going to be the
The
families
the
taking
biggest charge.
time
Yeah. I think
take time with their children. And
yeah.
I'm a mom too, so I understand.
You a
Get the
mama?
iPad and get out my face. Don't play at me. But I have limited. I've limited iPad time, and we're gonna sit down and do math. We're gonna sit down and do work. So that's gonna have to, again, go back to the basics of parents spending the time that the little time they do have, because I know everybody's busy, everybody's gonna go, but the little time you do have, spend that little time with your child outside of the iPad before we get super busy,
But can
and
you
just
be
sitting
too busy for your
down.
kid? Can you be too
You
busy for
can.
your
Some people
kid?
don't have a choice but to be too busy. Some people work 1-2 jobs. Some people have this and have that. So you do have to make, unfortunately, have to set aside a time. But going back to the basics, go read it before you go to bed. Doing some basic math or whatever it is, whatever issue they're having or challenges, doing a little bit at a time so the kids aren't overstimulated. And I think the children are overstimulated. The parents
But
are
how do you,
too.
right? So how do you hold their attention? Because here's the deal: if I'm a kid and I had an iPad, because back when we was growing up, we didn't have iPads or cell
We didn't have
phones.
iPad. We was outside.
So yeah, we was outside all the time. I
Again, what I
actually
just
liked being outside when I was a kid.
what did I just say? Go back to the basics. Go back to the basics. I don't think it's that difficult. I don't think it's that hard.
What
I don't think we're
man? You talk about telling
overthinking.
some of these parents tell your kids to go outside. That's like speaking foreign
Yes,
language to some of these kids, especially if they
to
like
go outside,
gamers or in the virtual world. Yeah, go outside and play.
to go
What? Go
outside and
outside and get
play.
hurt, pick up bugs and lizards and frogs.
And the kids will
That
probably
shit is
the
not
kids
gonna
will
happen.
probably love the kids will probably love it. The kids will probably love it.
Not if they always cooped in the crib.
They have to change the cycle.
Right.
You got
I
to
think
change
it's
the
gonna take
cycle.
some. Listen, it's gonna take some adapting. Like, listen, kids in the '90s are different than these kids in these early
They
in the
are.
2000s. I mean, we different. We two different
We
people.
are different.
I wish there was. I wish that they could make a movie, right, of the '90s kids and the 2020, the 2010 kids and up. I wish that they could make a movie around that, and then put them kids together. You put us together, be like video. What video? What video game? You play that
but
here
things
and
were
there sometime. What?
but things were also what back then? Simple.
They were simple.
It was simple. And
They
we are
were simple.
okay. We are
Yeah.
okay not we are okay. I'm okay not knowing how to work out this technology stuff. I'm okay somebody do it for me. But I'm good at what I do. And I think with the children, it's like you gotta do this, you gotta know this by year two. That baby don't know no timetables and they 2 years old. You know what I'm saying? Like we're taking the fun out of education to me. Because we're by kindergarten, they have to do this, they have to do this, they have to do this. And of course you want them there. But to say at the same time, are we stopping to actually meet the needs of these children and their social needs and their cognitive needs? Are we actually meeting those needs? Or are we just pushing it down their throat, pushing it down their throat? But nobody's having fun anymore. And all they want to do when they go home is be on the iPad. But just take it back to the basics to where you're making your classroom exciting. You're making
Give me
your
that
classroom
iPad.
fun.
Give me here.
Duh. But no, but our I'm not gonna say we don't have electronics. We do have electronics. And there's wonderful things on electronics. The YouTube channels and all that stuff like that. I'm not saying it's not. But they don't have to be on it all day.
Yeah, they could be outside a little bit.
It be outside. Our
Yeah.
kids, they guard, they go do their guard. They love
Oh yeah, they
they
do.
get excited
They
about
do
their
be out
garden
there. Yeah,
outside. I get
they do.
excited because I'm she playing me some beats. I like beats and I juice my beats. So they get excited about going to garden.
Yeah.
Just bringing different things to the programs now, to where they're learning more outside. But we
Yeah.
have computers in our classrooms and it's
That's
okay.
100 too. That's real. Cause what you talking about is real. Like
Yeah.
we like I'm big on I still be outside all the damn time.
They gonna
My
be outside.
grown ass. I be out there, my big ass be out there playing. I be working though. Like for me, now when I go outside it's more therapeutic. Because like
Mm-hmm.
when I was a kid, I would go outside and play. As I
Mm-hmm.
became an adult, like just this weekend, I was working on my gate. I built a nice little. My fence looked nice. I'll have to see a
Mm-hmm.
picture of it. I built the fence. Spent all weekend. I could be out there all day working. I was so mad because it rained, and like, but when I'm working, I'm in the house on the computer all day working.
Right.
So, but like there was therapy for me is outside, and I think it's therapy for me because like as a kid, that was therapeutic to go outside as a kid and play.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Mm-hmm.
a therapeutic thing for us coming up, and so now I'm wired that when I go outside, it should be therapy,
Right.
not like
It
this.
should be.
Not like
It
this
should be.
this daunting thing to do.
It should
Like,
be
you can't go
fun.
outside, yeah.
Yeah. No,
They be like, it's too hot, it's too cold, it's too hot, it's too cold. You know, back in the day, I used to have to convince my peoples it's not really that cold outside when
right.
they
It's not
tell me
really
it
that,
was
it's not really
cold.
that hot.
Yeah, right.
You
It
gonna
ain't
be
really that cold.
outside.
I can get me some water. My grandma would say something like, "You cannot go outside if you don't clean up your chores, do this, do that, and third. And we will do whatever we need to do to make sure we go outside." You say that today, it's like you ain't going outside if you don't clean up your chores.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Like what?
Okay.
What that mean?
I
I
don't
ain't
care.
want to go anyway. Ooh, I'm hurt.
But also
Hey,
too, and going back to your question too, it also, you have to know what works for your child, because you said the scores are down and everything. You have to know what works for each student, because
yeah,
what works for this child might not be the best for that child.
yeah,
And early intervention as well. I do notice that we have a lot more younger students coming in on the spectrum, autism spectrum.
yeah.
So a lot more. Like, again, I've been doing this a long time, more than the past.
I mean,
So
it's been a 40% increase within the
yeah,
last 10 years
yeah,
in the
yeah.
autism world.
So and you do have a lot of new parents that don't know,
Yeah,
don't know what to do.
I was one of those.
You just
Like
just just
you
don't know
just
what to
figured it
do. But
out. Yeah.
early intervention, of course, we have our in-house therapist that's there
I
all the
don't really
time.
mess
We
with
go
her like
back
that.
and
You
forth.
talking about
Whatever.
Miss? What's her name? What her name? What her
Quana.
name? Quana.
Quana.
Miss Quana. She supposed to be coming on the podcast show. You know me and her. We like Gina and Pam. We going at it.
Oh, but early intervention as well, to we catch it early as we can. We've had
Yeah.
babies in our baby room to get therapy, so we catch it early as we can, and hope that the parents will trust that we know what we're doing, and the therapists know what we're doing, and that is in the
Oh,
best
I'm gonna be
interest.
100, man. I feel like this here. If I didn't know y'all and I didn't like, and I'm always up in the daycare center.
Uh-huh.
I mean, for me, even when I come there, I feel like home. I'm being for, and I
Mhm.
ain't just saying that on the show. Like
Yeah.
I love coming to JLA. Like that's why, like I like as much as I can hire somebody to come and do the job that I do, I just feel like it wouldn't be the same.
Right.
Cause like one, I've already established the relationship with your team. I've already established the relationship with the kids, and it for me it hurts because I hate to see them go off to public schools.
Yeah.
It be hurting me. I ain't gonna even hold you. I be hurt. Like with them. Listen, the last wave of kids y'all had and last summer,
Oh
man,
yeah, they
I
was
was like,
something.
God.
Yeah.
I was like, I ain't gonna know how I'm gonna keep doing this. That bothered me
Oh
because
yeah.
I would walk in and they come in and hug and everything. Cameraman. Like I gotta come
Hmm.
there to get that energy. It
Yeah.
reminds me.
Listen, I cry every graduation when my kids graduate and leave. It's especially the
You
ones
sure
that
do.
literally parents drop them off at 6 weeks and they've been in our care for 5 years. It's like, golly, you've been
It's
with us,
crazy.
so
Yeah. And even
yeah,
now seeing like the babies from infants, because I've been there 3 years. So now these
yeah,
guys are
yeah.
3 years
At
old.
three, yeah,
And it's like, oh Lord, they're in the 3-year old class. They going to VPK next year.
yeah.
And it's like, dang, they gonna be gone.
They're gonna be gone. Yep, it's a continuous cycle, but it's a good cycle.
It is a good cycle.
So
And it's like
hey,
when you see these kids like and like these next wave of kids that's coming in right now that when they go to
hmm,
VPK and they graduate, like this will be the kids that I started with. And
yeah,
they gonna be leaving.
yeah.
I'm just like, damn. For me, it's I don't know. It do be bothering me. That last class got me. I ain't
The
gonna even
last
hold you.
class,
That
yeah.
last class got me. Who
That was
was it?
that was your kids.
Those was mine for real. It was like all 30 of them. All of them. Like they and Miss Tracy hate when I come in there. She be like, y'all sit down. He ain't even a teacher. I'm sure not. We coming in, they get up. They listen. I was the excuse to get up and run to the door.
Yeah, the
They
run
ain't feel like getting
around.
no
I know.
education. Oh, you know that. And I ain't making no bet. I knew it. But
Star
now,
Miss.
But yeah, man, but yeah, listen, this was great. I appreciate you joining. Where can people find where can people find Just Like Angels? Where can people find you guys at? How can people learn more about you guys?
Our website, www.justlikeangelscc.com, as well as our Facebook, Just Like Angels. We have Instagram, right? Instagram.
Yeah, don't play with
Do
me
we have
like that.
TikTok?
Easy, all right, you about. All right, I'm about to hang up this call.
You are my social media person. Listen, it's so fun. It's so funny that before we go, they're like, "Oh my god, that post was so cute." I'm like, "Yeah," and then I go, because I don't check social media every day. So I'm like, "Yeah."
You just be lying. You be fake. I ain't gonna
You
lie, I
know?
do the same thing. Your team be telling me, why you did that post? I'm like, yeah,
Uh-huh.
I ain't even do it. I got a team that do it. I don't know half the stuff they do until I see it. I'm like, oh my Lord.
Yeah.
Like,
But
I just trust them now to a point. I just know,
at this point,
like, I just trust that they gonna do right and they'll be
yeah.
fine.
Like
Yeah,
our
so.
newsletters that go out, I'm like, "Yep, that's right."
And I
But
think
no, you have a
that's what.
great team. You have definitely grown our presence, social media wise, and everything. Because I'm like, yeah, let's post.
Mm-hmm. And now you guys been great. I feel like you guys had a lot of patience with us as we were
Yeah.
developing and growing, and we got better. And you just was consistently patient. We get clients who run out of patience with us, and we just that's all right because they keep talking that they ain't gonna be with us long. I done got too cocky with it now. I'm like, if we don't like them, we don't even deal with them. I was like, we ain't letting Janna go no matter what. So she might as well bite the bullet on that.
I've learned clients come and go. The clients come and go, but
there's certain people that you only gonna get one in a lifetime. So I feel like, set the standard, do right by those people. And that's what we do. We do right by you guys because
thank you so much.
We like your environment. We like the entire team. And sometimes there's ups and downs, but I don't ever remember a down that we've ever had.
No.
We've always had ups, always ups, and and so like that's the kind of, and I know those are relationships and partnerships that people will never see, and that's all right because we got lucky. So y'all go find y'all own. Y'all go find your own. That's how it is. But listen, Janna, thank you so much for joining the show.
Thank you.
If you guys really enjoyed this show, you guys know where to find us at. You guys can find us on all social media platforms, all streaming platforms. Just look up the Untraditional Entrepreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Juming Delmas. Thank you, CEO Janna of JLA.
Thank you for having me.
Just Like Angels. Absolutely. You will always forever be my dog. I might be bringing you on a year and a half from now. See where you at. Then you done cross that 15-year threshold mark that most businesses, at 65% of businesses, never cross. So you'll be crossing that line. Congratulations to your success. Thank you for joining the show. All right. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. This was a 100% great conversation with Janna. Man, I really thank Janna for tuning in. If this kind of episode or these kind of shows resonate with you, you guys already know what to do. Hit the subscribe, follow us on all social media platforms. You know where to find us at. We in the hood. This is what we doing. This is really what it's about, being the untraditional entrepreneur. I'm your host, Juming Delmas, and welcome to the other side of motivation. Talk soon.